Today we're going to take a look at the brand new model from Islander, which is the house brand of LongIslandWatch.com. This is the Melville GMT, which is the new hammer dial model. I went with the blue dial because that seems to be the flagship color, although it does come in gray and black as well. And Islander is coming out with some really interesting releases lately, unique designs that aren't necessarily just Seiko homages. They actually have made quite a few new designs that I like quite a bit, and this is one of them. It caught my eye on Instagram, as they typically do. So I went ahead and put money down and ordered one, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it here. The watch comes in at $269 before tax and shipping. It is using a Seiko NH34 movement inside. So I'll go ahead and go over everything briefly here, and then we'll give you some shots on wrist and outdoor lighting shots to let you know kind of how it looks in different environments, and I'll give you my my final thoughts after that. All right, now that I got the watch out of that plastic, let's go ahead and just take a look at that dial real quick. That hammer dial is the star of the show here. This is just an absolutely stunning dial. I tend to really enjoy Islander's unique designs. I'm a big fan of Islander in general. I've had a few of their watches, and I think for the price point you're getting, these are just a no-brainer. In terms of what we got going on, that hammer dial is called a hammer dial because it looks like somebody took a little hammer and kind of punched the dial a bunch of times. And if you notice on the seconds hand, on the counterweight, we actually have a little hammer as well. Kind of looks like Thor's Mjolnir hammer there, which is kind of fun. This is a GMT, so we have an inner hour ring on the dial as well, which is very legible, very attractive. I actually wanted the gray one a little bit more because I thought it was the more attractive color scheme, but it looked a little bit less legible with the hands on that gray dial, and kind of had like a green GMT hand. I don't know. I figured that this was the flagship color that they were kind of advertising, and this is the one I wanted to show off. But it sounds like the gray one's selling better than the other two colors, and it's kind of the crowd favorite so far. I was a little apprehensive about the blue because of the strap, but in person, I really, really like it. It's unfortunate. I really don't think that they can get these watches to come across the way that they do in person on their website or their Instagram or anything like that. Something that really doesn't translate well over the internet, unfortunately. Let me go ahead and take a second to just go around the dial here and kind of call out all the things I'm seeing, because this is my first time holding the watch. Indexes seem to be applied rectangular indexes, and just like the hands, they have an outer ring painted on of BGW9 Lume. It's an interesting look for sure, having that reflective metallic surface with the ring of Lume. I'm interested to see how that looks under the black light here. And then I'm assuming that the GMT ring is also Lume. I guess we'll find out shortly. Nice to see the Islander logo prominently on the dial. I really like the logo. I think it's one of the better ones in terms of micro brands. Some people really don't like it for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I really do. Taking a look at the hands here. Of course, we have that hammer seconds hand. Looks like the hour and minute hand is just a straight piece of brushed metal with a little bit of Lume painted on in a kind of sword pattern there on the outside, which is kind of unique. The GMT hand, very legible against that blue background. And the length of the hands is very nice. It stops just over the line on this hour ring here. The minute hand goes all the way to the chapter ring marks, and then, of course, the seconds hand goes all the way around. At the 6 o'clock, we have the date window. I'm going to try to zoom in here and see if I can get you a little more detail there. Again, we have kind of a same metallic texture that we have on the indexes and the hands around that date window. Then just a nice clean white date window in there. I don't mind that it's not color matched, only because we already have all this other white going on the dial as well, with the inner hour ring and the Lume on the indexes and all that. I think in this case it's fine. White on blue, not a big deal. I think if it's the same on the black model, I would prefer that would be color matched. I'm interested to see. I'll put some pictures up of the other two color options here. But yeah, if it's the black dial, I would hope that it's color matched. I don't mind the white on here. I think that's totally fine. Have a nice domed Sapphire, which adds some excellent distortion. It's a really high quality crystal from what I can tell, and the anti-reflective coating as well seems to be excellent. So you can look at the case and the finishing here. We do have some brush finishing here on the bezel and on the face of the lugs here. But as you turn the watch, you'll quickly see that we have really, really nice high polish. Actually, excellent high polish. The crown is signed with the Islander logo, which is nice. It is a screw-down crown. We have 100 meters of water resistance on this watch. We do have a see-through case back with a sapphire crystal and a really, really nice colored kind of branded rotor, which is, I think, new for Islander. I haven't seen that on their watches before, at least the ones that I've owned. This is the NH34 GMT movement from Seiko. On the case back, it says NH34 there, sapphire, 100 meter water resistance, and then it has 316L stainless steel, and then I guess this is the model number, and then of course we have the Islander brand as well. Overall, just an excellent, handsome design so far on the case and the finishing and everything. Jumping back to the strap here, we have a branded Islander leather strap that says genuine leather. There are some stitching issues, but at this price point, I can't really complain. The color scheme's good. The orange stitching I wasn't sure about, but in person, it's totally fine. There is a stainless steel bracelet option if you want to go that route. Typically at the under like $500 range, I would avoid most bracelets. In the past, I have owned Islander stainless steel bracelets. One was a Jubilee and actually was of very high quality, so I'm sure that this one is no different. But in general, I find under 500 that the leather straps are the way to go, and you can quickly swap them for something else. On that note, it would have been nice to see quick release Springbars, but that's really not a huge deal. All right, before I throw the Islander on, I'll let you know what I'm wearing today. This is my brand new Grand Seiko SGPA 203, which I picked up in Tokyo at the Ginza Boutique. It's the first, new luxury watch that I've purchased, and the discount that you get with the yen conversion and the tax benefits and all that just made too much sense to not buy it new. It's also really hard to find used Grand Seikos for whatever reason, so especially in Tokyo. But yeah, this is the watch I'm wearing this week, and we'll go ahead and take that off and throw on the Islander and show that off. Give it a little wrist roll here. I like the keepers a lot and the comfort of the strap so far. Nice signed buckle as well with the Islander logo. Man, that distortion is so cool on that crystal. I really like this watch a lot so far. Definitely a little bit long for me, I think, in the lugs. It's just on the edge of being a little big on me. It still fits, it's not hanging over my wrist at all. And I have a 6.5-inch wrist. Varies depending on the season, but I think today I can say it's around 6.5. All right, so let's go ahead and get the lights off and take a look at the Lume. Islander is typically known for having excellent Lume, and at least that's my experience with the brand. So I'm interested to see how this one is. All right, so I think earlier in the video I mentioned that this had BGW9 Lume. That is actually only on the gray model. The blue and the black have C3 Lume. So we'll go ahead and get the torch here and see how that looks. Give it a quick charge. Oh, wow. That is really, really cool. That is really, really cool that they were able to detail it that well. I really like the hands, how they've been outlined there, and the indexes as well. The GMT hand actually seems to be using the other type of Lume, so it's a little bit brighter. It's a more of a blue color than the green that we have on every other hand. I really like the second hand, how has that long tip there covered in Lume. Just a really cool look overall. All right, so final thoughts about the Melville GMT. I really like the overall design of the dial. I thought I was going to have kind of buyer's remorse by not getting the gray, but in person, this dial has totally won me over. I do think the gray is probably excellent in person as well, and I wish that I had ordered one of those so I could see it. I immediately regretted not ordering the gray one. It seems to be the more popular of the 3 color options, but this blue dial is excellent in person, and I'm really happy with the watch so far. I thought it was going to be a catch and release for me, to be honest, but I think I will end up keeping this. The crystal is just really excellent. The dial is well designed. The Lume application is really cool. Just the designs that Islanders have been coming out with in general lately have been really cool. It's nice to see them kind of stray away from just doing Seiko clones, or Seiko homages rather. So the direction that the brand is taking, I'm really happy with and excited to see what else they come out with. Case finishing, case design, everything is way higher quality than I would expect at the price point. So I think in general, I can still say with an Islander that you're getting more than what you pay for. It certainly is punching above its weight, at least above its price class for sure. So yeah, I'd say I can definitely recommend this watch. I recommend the brand still. I will continue to recommend Islander until I get disappointed by one of their watches, which hasn't happened yet. But yeah, thanks for taking a look with me at the Melville GMT. This is the brand new release that just came out in March 2024. And I'll see you in the next one.